Hi guys, and welcome to prediction week 27. Sorry, running a little bit late. Let's get straight to it. We start today, Huddersfield versus Wolves. This could be quite a good game, but I'm going to go for Wolves to nick it. I'm going to go Huddersfield 1, Wolves 2. We then have Cardiff versus Everton. As I said, Everton's a bit of an up and down team. They have some really, really good games and they have some really, really bad games. This is the kind of game, no disrespect to Cardiff, but this is the kind of game where Everton, should try and make a statement, and try to, finish their season on a high. Let's start by making our season finish on a high by starting tonight, and let's make a statement. So for that, I'm going to go Cardiff 0, Everton 2. We then have Leicester versus Brighton. Obviously, there's been talks all over the papers and all over Sky today that Brendan Rodgers could become the new Leicester City manager. So as far as I'm aware, they haven't actually got a manager at this moment in time. Leicester, I think they sacked Claude Puel a couple of weeks ago, or was it a couple of days ago? Can't remember now. So as far as I'm concerned, they're managerless at this moment in time. So I think it's going to be a tight, tough game. But I'm going to go for Leicester to nick it just because it's at home. So I'm going to go Leicester 2, Brighton 1. I don't think that'd actually be a bad move for Leicester and for Brendan Rodgers. I think he did well at his time at Liverpool. He's done well at Celtic. Okay, a lot of people say that anyone can go to Celtic and do well there, but I do think he's a good manager, and he was quite good at Swansea as well. So I think that's quite a good move for Leicester, to be honest with you. At 8 o'clock, we have Newcastle versus Burnley. Again, another tough game. Two teams that are fighting, to stay up. Again, it is at home, so I've got to give it to the home advantage. I'm going to go Newcastle 2, Burnley 1. That's tonight's fixtures. Now, tomorrow's fixtures, we start with Southampton versus Fulham. Now, I've gone for a really, really lively game in this one. I don't know why. Both two teams that are fighting down the bottom. Fulham, yeah, again, they had chances against United, didn't take them. They had chances against Tottenham, didn't take them. That's the only two real games that I watched them play. This season was against United and Tottenham. So that's the problem that I've seen that Fulham's had, especially in those two games, is that they do create a lot of chances, but they don't seem to take them. Southampton, Arsenal should have been out of sight, with Southampton on Sunday, but 2-0 was all it was meant to be. So it's at home, it's at Southampton. I'm not sure if Fulham have got 2 goals in them, but I've gone for a lively game because I like to have lively games. So I've gone Southampton 2, Fulham 2. As I said, I'm not sure if Fulham's actually got 2 goals in them. Definitely think that Southampton could put 2 past Fulham, but I thought I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm just going to go for 2-2. No one's really lost there, have they? So, we then have Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Again, this could be quite a tough game for Arsenal. Obviously, they want to get away from Manchester United. They want to get away from Chelsea. They want to try and catch up with Tottenham. It's going to be a tough game, Bournemouth. We know that Bournemouth are a good attacking side, which could play into Arsenal's hands because they're going to leave a lot of space for Arsenal to work in. However, Arsenal are very vulnerable at the back. I know we kept a clean sheet against Southampton, but Bournemouth are not Southampton. Yeah, so I do worry for us at the back, but I do think as it's at home, I do think Arsenal, should and could, and I think they will, nick a result. So I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Bournemouth 1. But I'm going to be honest with you, this game does quite worry me a little bit actually, especially as we've got Tottenham and Manchester United coming up as our next 2 games. So we really do need 3 points tomorrow, but as I say, Bournemouth's one of them funny sides. You don't know what Bournemouth's going to turn up, so this game is actually having me quite worried actually, but I do think Arsenal will nick it, and I really, really hope so. So Arsenal 2, Bournemouth 1. 8 o'clock, we have Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Again, I think Crystal Palace could make it hard for Manchester United. We've seen other teams go there this season, they've struggled. Arsenal couldn't get a result there. I do think Manchester United will nick it, but I think it's going to be a tough test. I want to go Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 2. Again, we have Liverpool versus Watford. Again, same story. I think Watford can make it tough for Liverpool, but again, I think Liverpool in a title race. Liverpool disappointed me actually. on Sunday. You know, I spoke about it, and Jamie Carragher said the same. You know, that Liverpool as title contenders, yes, you created a lot of chances, but you should be as title contenders taking these chances. And I don't think they had that many shots on target, to be fair. I think if you look at it, I think they had maybe like, I think it was something stupid like 19 or 22 attempts, but they had like 5 or 6 shots on target. Not good enough. Not good enough for a team that's, you know, trying to win the Premier League and, you know, trying to get away from Manchester City. That game was there for the taking on Sunday. You know, Manchester United wasn't great. They lost all their key players in about 25 minutes. Bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. You know, and it's annoyed me. Arsenal's done that in the past. You know, we've played against Manchester United's kids. You know, and we just didn't turn up. I don't know what it is. You know, about these teams not taking advantage. It just really, really gets to me sometimes. But I do think Liverpool will beat Watford. I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Watford 1. But as I say, that did frustrate me on the weekend. You know, they should have won that game, but they didn't really you know, have too many shots on target. And there were I think there was one incident actually where I think Manchester United could have nicked it. So yeah, have they just blown their title chances? I don't know. Maybe too early to say, but you know, you should be winning those kind of games, especially when they're losing key players. And Manchester United are like, let's just put it in perspective. Manchester United are here, and Liverpool are here at this moment in time in terms of, like, you know, quality wise and, you know, where they are in the table. So, and especially for them to lose their key players, it's just not good enough. But you can leave your comments in the comment section below what you think. But I did read, I was reading a lot of tweets from Liverpool fans actually saying that, you know, bottled it again and pathetic performance, wrong subs. So even a lot of Liverpool fans were saying the same, you know, that Manchester United were there for the taking, but they didn't take it. They bottled it. And I know how that feels, being an Arsenal fan, believe me. So we then have Manchester City versus West Ham. No disrespect to West Ham, but I can't see any problems for Manchester City for this game. I'm going to go Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. And to end the midweek action, we have Chelsea versus Tottenham. Obviously, we've all seen, you know, the Kepa incident, you know, refusing to come off. Yeah, not really a lot we can say about it, is it really? He refused to come off. Sarri has said that it was a miscommunication between the doctors and himself. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's probably the end of the story, really. You know, the worst I think they could do is, because obviously they're not going to get rid of him. You know, he's probably you know, their best goalkeeper that they've had, you know, for a while. Azpilicueta, yeah, he was out. Not Azpilicueta. What was his name? I can't think of his name now. The goalkeeper that just went to Atletico Madrid, Courtois. You know, he was fairly decent, but you know, I think Kepa, you know, 75 million. They're not just going to throw 75 million down the pan, are they? So, I think he's probably their most decent keeper or most expensive keeper they've had since Petr Cech. So, what can they do? The worst they could probably do is fine him, not play him in the Spurs game. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, he didn't come off. They said Sarri said it was a miscommunication between him and his doctors. Move on. That's what I say. As for the game, I think if Chelsea play anything like they did against Manchester City, I think they've got a chance. Tottenham haven't been looking that great lately, but it's a derby, so I'm going to go for a tight draw. I'm going to go Chelsea 1, Tottenham 1. So that's my predictions there for this midweek action, guys, and I will see you Friday for the weekend's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.